The last game of the day, the last game of the series, the last game of the regular season in the ASA Team Story Cup. This is going to be it. Waystation is the map, and we have all the way to the bottom right, StarBuck going up against Sun. The two ace players. StarBuck, he took down Lenok. He made that work. Lenok fighting over a Spore Crawler and YOLOing his Zerglings into the Banelings of his opponent, losing the last match, and suddenly it's all down to an ace match. Everybody is watching these two now. San lost against StarBuck in the last time they played. It was on Habitation Station and StarBuck was going for the Swarm Host. San lost it after I think 45 minutes. So right now we have another Zerg versus Protoss between the two of them. And who is going to win it? We have the base already being built for StarBuck. It's the hatch first for him. He's going hatch first against San. He's sending out a drone cross map. He might think about going double hatch before pool here. And he wants to know what exactly San is doing. If there might be a forge, if he has to worry about cannons, or if there is even a Nexus first approach by San. So he goes into the main base. He sees the gateway and sees the cybernetics core being started. Exactly what he wanted to know, has all the information about the opening, and he goes for a for the spawning pool and cancels it instead. Does not get it just yet. Builds another hatch. He's proxy hatching his opponent, and the probe saw it. So he's proxy hatching San, and San immediately with the pylon. StarBuck is trying to make that work here with the delay on the Nexus of his opponent. San has to commit quite a lot of his units if he really wants to stop this, and he's only going down with the Zealot. One Zealot is not going to be enough. He needs more of his probes, but he doesn't want to commit them because that's all mining time lost. So the spawning pool is finally being built down here, and StarBuck is mixing up his MO. So this one Zealot is not going to be able to take down this hatch. He needs more than that. He's building a second Zealot. That's already quite the win for StarBuck here, forcing that out. At the same time, we currently see the Mothership Core, of course, going to join this very, very soon. I think we might actually see... I don't think he's really going to go for a cancel, because once that Nucleus is starting to spread, you're going to delay the Nexus of your Protoss opponent even more than that. But with two Zealots right now, he might actually deem it not really worth it. It just says like, alright, I'm going to cancel that. We're going to find that out in a second. No, he lets it go through. He wants to have that creep. He wants to have the creep being spread, and the Stargate is being produced just outside of the vision range. He doesn't know about this yet. So here we go. Currently the Broodlings find out that there is indeed a Stargate. They are going to take the probe, and there it is. The creep spread that has to be received. He could actually just build something with a lava over here if he is really cheeky. Could build like a drone and then put something over here and maybe another evolution chamber. That would be funny as hell. And he built Zerglings instead. So he goes for that. We have all the way to the bottom right now the Queen popping out. We have gas taken, and two additional gateways now for San. That's putting him out to 3 gates, and then also of course the Stargate here. Those Zerglings will be able to go into the main base. 12 additional Zerglings are being built. Zergling on its way, and he's just trying to take down the pylon. Yeah, at least working on it. But we have now even the sentry is already there, and that alone is no kill, no force field, gets into the base. Interesting. I mean, there's not a lot to see, but at least he confirms the double gas and knows everything else. The rest of the army is currently moving down. Double Queen and Spine Crawler, that's going to put a stop to that. We have an Oracle being produced now for San. Overlord should have been able to see that. He might see the Oracle too. Another Overlord getting into position over here to see what's going on in the main base of the Protoss player. We already have a forward pylon, and Harvester count now at 28 against 27. 2 base against 1 base. This is 2 base against single base still. There is no base being built. StarBuck sees that finally we have a Nexus being produced here. Creep spread, of course, delaying that even more. And StarBuck is in a very decent spot as long as he can defend against the Oracle. I'm not sure he can as a Spore Crawler, but all those units at the side are exposed. Spore Crawler in position. Here comes the Queen. And San cannot really break through yet. He can't break through here. There are Zerglings and double Spine Crawler. That's all that he needs. The Zerglings are on their way to take down the pylon here, and they will at least get the pylon unless there is a force field. The force field could stop that. Gets 1 force field. There's the second force field, and well, the pylon is still being attacked. He's going to lose that pylon for sure. That pylon goes down, and that means when the force field is gone, this base is going to be open. Is there enough energy for another? Yes, he gets another force field, alright. He gets 1 in, but 2 Zerglings are on the way, and San is supply blocked. That's another problem that he has. He's currently being supply blocked. The Forge has been spotted. We have the StarBuck on the tag into lair. And at the same time, there's the Zealot with already 5 kills against the Zerglings. Of course, the Oracle could have helped here. And all the entire army is still down here at the bottom. Could be recalled any second, of course. But we have now +1 armor upgrade started, even before the +1 attack upgrade has been started. So decent position here for StarBuck, but of course he has only 2 bases. He does not have 3 bases against his opponent yet. We have now the second base done for Sun. StarBuck can delay his 3rd base against what's happening here. There's absolutely no question about it. Hydra then is being started, and that's an interesting choice now, considering that we do not see anything that could deal with Hydralisks very well. That would be a very, very strong push. The Oracle saw it. The Oracle saw the Hydra Den, and there's no Queen in the main base. Well, the Queen is now moving in for the inject, and is also making sure that that Oracle is not going to get too much done. But Hydralisks against, well, what do we see here? Twilight Council, and we could, of course, see DTs. We could see him just going for the +2 attack upgrade, but he needs something that can deal with Hydralisks, and there is not too much yet. We do not see a Robo. We also don't see a Storm upgrade just yet. Even if he wants to go into the Templar Archive right away to get Storm, it will be a bit delayed. Oh my god! He's going for the Nidus network into the main base. And we already talked about the Overlord over here earlier to scout what's happening there. The thing is, there is nothing happening here. If he gets the... This is going to be a win if he gets the Nidus. If he gets the Nidus with the Hydras, he's going to win it. Like, I do not see how Sun could defend against it. I mean, maybe Sun is like the child of prophecy and is gonna be able to make that work, but like if he doesn't scout the Nidus network, he might lose it here. The Oracle has not seen it yet. That Nidus network is unscouted. The Hydras are on their way. The Overlord is in position. Maybe that gateway can spot it. If he puts it here, there's no way he can see it. Like, this entire area is unscouted. The 3rd base is still there. Here comes the Nidus. Oh my god, that's close. That is close. Hydra count. 8 Hydras, 10 Zerglings. Army supply. 42 against 39. He doesn't see the Nidus network. He doesn't see it. That pylon is being taken out here. My team supply block him. The Queens are there. That's the Nidus in the main base. Queens immediately with the creep tumors. And this is the moment when Sun looks at it and is like, oh shit. This is one of those oh shit moments, and let's see if he has the DPS to really withstand the pressure. The Zerglings are streaming in now as well. Their last game of the day, ladies and gentlemen. The last game of the regular season. Which team goes to the playoffs? Is it going to be MouseSports? Is it going to be the FlashWolves? Blink is not done yet, but those Queens are super slow. Photon overcharge in just a little bit. He gets it. He gets the photon overcharge, but at the same time the mothership core is already gone. The probes are dying. More Hydras are making their way in. He's trying to take down everything over here, but the army supply is 37 against 29. Sun with so far a decent defense, but it's going to be super tricky for him to make this work either way. He lost quite a lot already. Currently looking at 34 harvesters against 40. 3 base economy for the Zerg player, 2 base economy for his opponent. I actually think that StarBuck overcommitted a bit. If he would not have moved off creep, but just used those Queens on creep and kept the forces together, I think he would have done a lot more damage than that. What he was trying to do, I think, was just control that choke point. And that is a really nice idea, of course, but at this point we have 1 creep tumor right here, a Stalker patrolling, so he does see another Nidus, but it's still 2 bases without any really significant tech against 3. The 3 bases are not saturated yet. That's another story. 3,400 against 3,700 resources lost. I think this could have been much more successful for StarBuck. But either way, he's in a position where he's currently relying on a +1 armor upgrade. He's getting +2. We have +2 attack upgrades for his opponent. We have 3 bases against 2 bases. No 3rd base taken just yet. Needs Spore Crawlers over there. Maybe a few Queens. There's one. The second one is coming over. The Hydras still have no opposition in this game. There's still nothing to take down the Hydralisks. Well, we have, of course, Stalkers are pretty strong, especially if they have a Blink upgrade. There's a good armor, there's a good gateway army. I'm not doubting that, but there's nothing that really just hard counters those Hydras. There's nothing in here. It's just a numbers game at this point. 3rd base, he can saturate this, but as it happens, he doesn't really drone up. He does really not drone up too heavily. Well, he can't because he's supply blocked, but so far he was just relying on his units once again. Upgrades, we don't have the speed upgrade for the Hydra. This is the only thing where I'm looking at this and I'm like, is he really just going to try and put another Nidus in there? Maybe over here. Or is he just trying to move the units cross map? Here comes the Oracle, moving in, and there's still nothing at the space. He's not using the space for mining. He is not using the space for mining at all. The army supply is 62 against 67. StarBuck is going up against San, and San is moving back gateways. The gateway army, that's the only thing that he's really relying upon. The gateway army that he has. There's another Overlord. Actually, he could go for a knight. No, he can't go for a knight in the main base. Doesn't work. Well, he could try to just sneak it in plain sight, of course, but like that's another thing. We have the entire army now moving down here for San. That's a massive gateway army, but also a lot of DPS for the Hydralists. A lot of Hydra DPS and 2 Spore Crawlers. And San knows that he's up against the bases. They are not saturated yet, but still, this is of course a threat to the Protoss player. This is something where he just looks at it and is like, I don't have a third base, I can't get one right now. If he saturates this third, I might be in trouble. I need to take him on right now, and that's exactly what he does. The gateways, they are ready. He has 6 in total, and here comes of course San, trying to make that game work, trying to just get that last win for the FlashWolves. Lenog took down 3 opponents. San has only won against one of them. This is the time where you really need to win this game. Both of them just going for army supply, and more army supply. It's 100 against 93. The upgrades, +2 attack against +2 armor. Range upgrade for the Hydras. No speed upgrade for them yet. The Hydra count is at 32. 32 Hydralists. Are the Infestors able to get the Fungal off? Infestors, the Fungal hits only 1 unit. The second Fungal could go in. The Concave is good. The force fields are decent. And here comes San against StarBuck. They are going for it immediately. Another Fungal hits home. The Hydras with the range, not all of them attacking just yet. And San with a nice repositioning, moving straight in, takes down the Infestors. The count in Hydras, we have 22, 25 Hydralists against 14 Stalkers. It looks like StarBuck does it. StarBuck moves in. MouseSports is cheering right now. It looks like StarBuck has done it. StarBuck defends against San's aggression. He's starting to drone up again. The army supply 68 against 34. He's doubling his opponent's army supply. He takes down that pylon. That warp in just doesn't work. There's another pylon. No, there's only a changing down there. No pylons any longer. StarBuck with the defense, 10,000 resources lost against 8,000, and suddenly San is in trouble. No high tech for him. We don't see a third base. StarBuck, it looks like he might have been able to pull it off after all. How long they waited to announce their ace player. They were thinking about it. Vortex or StarBuck. Who's it gonna be? StarBuck was the choice. He defeated Lenog, and now he is in the lead against San as well. Ah, can he really pull it off? Or will San go for the comeback? Hive Tech started, Roach Warren, +1 attack upgrade, speed upgrade for the Hydras. After this defense, StarBuck dumped all of his resources immediately into tech. Tech. All that he's getting here. One upgrade after another. 54 harvesters now against 45. 3 base saturation against 2, and for San and the FlashWolves, this is disastrous. San is trying to do that somehow, but just look at the mineral patch in the main base. They are nearly gone. The ones over there, the naturals, the only ones that he still has. It's apparently an attempted third base, but there is the Zergling taking down the harvester, and oh boy, is San in trouble now. The lair tech into Hive, nearly completed. San still has 74 army supply. Does he have Infestors to hit another Fungal? He does not. But he's getting quite a few kills here, rushing in with the Zerglings, trying to chase down the Blink Stalkers, and the speed upgrade for the Hydralisk is done, forcing his opponent back once again. Here come the Infestors. If he gets another Fungal off, that would be exactly what he needs. StarBuck, he hasn't won it yet, but he knows that he's in a great position to win the game. 3 bases against 2. Zerglings, Roaches, Hydras, Infestors, he has it all. The +1 attack upgrade about to be completed. He will be an upgrade lead against his opponent as well. He's playing this patient. He's not overcommitting. And anyway, moves in again with the Hydras, does more damage, forces his opponent back. What a game by San. He's looking still at a better army supply with 125 against 88, 180 supply against 130 overall. And a few units chased down by San here. Look at this gateway army. 41 Stalkers. Blink Stalkers against Infestors. They're not gonna do shit here. Like, the upgrades are better for StarBuck. The army supply is better for StarBuck. We have a better composition for StarBuck. Can he lose this game? I think the only one that can win it for the FlashWolves now is if StarBuck just has a complete blackout. He's moving in now. Sun is making his stand. There are the Fungals. The first one hits home, and here comes StarBuck going for it. StarBuck is annihilating the force of Sun. He's winning the match for MouseSports. MouseSports is in the playoff. GG. StarBuck takes down San twice, wins it against Lenok. The victory for MouseSports. Absolutely incredible performance here by the Zerg player. What a guy. He actually pulls it off against both Koreans. The Korean killer. It is not Vortex any longer for MouseSports. By now, it's StarBuck. Congratulations to MouseSports qualifying for the playoffs. And of course, also to StarBuck for this amazing performance today.